So this week I have taken a trade and it went horribly wrong. Actually, two trades in a single day. So those trades went horribly wrong. So last week I have taken this trade along with the trade. So it went and it was nice. And the main thing is here I kept the bets small, so it didn't affect me that much, and also it made small profit. But the very next week, and also I left this trade because it was not with proper setup reasons, so I left that trade. But here one trade is there, that is I had very less number of reasons. So let's conclude that. See here, this trade setup is totally my fault. Here there was no proper setup, means like 120 point setup. Like Fibonacci is there from this bottom to this top. Here it took the support of a Fibonacci, plus there is a support zone. So let's mark only one support, uptrend. So that is not actually uptrend. I was trying to, means the setup is in uptrend. So okay, let's take that also. Price at resistance, yes. Price took support, yes. One support here, one support here. So now let's go to 15 minute. So it took support 1 2, and also it formed a lower high. So there was a high chance, and also one touch, one touch, two touch, two, three, or we can say two, then three, and then a round bottom. So here you can say four, and then here the tendency to go up, means breaking the 50% zone, is much higher. But what happened, it just touched the 50% area and then it fell and activated this trend line. So in gold the trend line was not so much proper, so I left the trade and I took a trade in silver. So in silver the trade looked more nice, so I took the trade in silver. This is gold, this is silver. So it had more strength in selling side, 38% retracement this area. Here it was 50% retracement area, and also this is trade inside trade. Also it had formed a lower high over here, so I took this trade and I kept my SL in most account at this region, and my SL was up at this zone. So this trade was totally wrong. Price took support, trend line, it was inclined, chart pattern, trend continuation, a smaller pattern was also there. Here I could see a head and shoulder forming, but this is a small shoulder. I should have waited for a bigger shoulder, but I hurriedly entered into the market. With major trend, actually no. With minor trend, yes. 200, yes. Correlation, yes. 100 candle, yes. So the probability was low. it is trend reversal. So see 100 point. So that is why it didn't work out nicely, as I was not going with the trend. That is the reason, main reason. Here there is should be a change of character, then it should have went up. So first trade was wrong from my side. That is wrong by 90%. But on the next trade, that is, let's go into bigger first in silver. So in silver, it is trade inside trade. So let's go back to silver. So from this is a 38% retracement area. So Fibonacci is there. Then then 50% correction is there from this top to this bottom. See, it had touched exact 50% area. So see, one touch, two touch, three touch, four touch, even three touch is very beautiful, and it formed a lower high. So as Fibonacci cluster is there, downtrend is there, uh, price faced resistance. Yes, of course, it touched here and it faced the resistance. And most important, I was calculating it like this. Later I have pulled to this area. So price faced resistance. Yes, this is it faced resistance. Then again it faced resistance, and then it took a support, facing a support. Yes, trend line. Actually, see here, it is not at support. The first trade here, it is not at support. It just broke the trend line. It is inclined chart pattern, trend continuation, trend with major trend with minor trend, 200 with 200, correlation 100, so 120 easily, plus another important thing, it is, let's take another 10 point. So it, this 10 point is for trade inside trade, so 130 point. So what I did, a very premium entry. So instead of placing my entry over here, I kept my entry over here. So that is kind of one mistake, means small mistake. It is a good thing, also a bad thing. So I have placed a SL over here, a logical one. See, this is not totally a illogical one, it is a logical one, but here is a small fair value gap, not fair value gap, kind of imbalance. Price should come up, touch this area, and then it should fall. So it was all okay. Then the price started to hover over this area, came down. See the strength, it fell, buyers were active, it went up, sellers pushed it down very slowly, again buyers active, then again sellers push it down. So on the basis of the price action, it was good. Here there is no fault in mine. So here all the buyers are entered, and it took the price up. Only thing here you can say, let's go to 5%. So see this trade which I have taken, it was at correct area. This one was correct. This one was correct. This one, these three trades are correct. This one which I have taken, this is over trading. This one I should have cut when it started to go up after a series of weak downtrend. It started to go up. So here, this is the position which disturbed the psychology. Other than that, everything is good. So this trade I was taking like $80, $80 loss. $80 loss. And this trade, this was also two. So this one was like 150. Yes, 150. So these two were good. This trade I have kept a logical SL at this area. Let's place a horizontal. See, at first I have kept at SL at this area, which was a very good SL. Means that one is the highest SL that market can never hit, and if it hits, then it will continue to go up because this is a support zone. Market will touch, go a little inside, then it will fall. So this one was a very logical level. In one account only SL was saved, otherwise all accounts SL blowed because of cheap SL. This one was logical SL for this trade. This trade I have kept an SL over here, that is also totally okay. So in this trade I have done everything right, still I faced a loss. This was totally my mistake, not my mistake. It's part of game. This trade is totally a part of game. See, when market is going in my favor, that time only I have entered the enter more order. So instead of cutting these positions, I have cut these two positions. And also another mistake is, instead of placing the SL over here, I kept the SL over here. So this was like common SL, so it came up, exactly hit the SL, and then it went down. So the trade that I have taken over here, that one was totally mistake, and that is see, here I have kept small loss like 0.5%, but over here at this area it was totally illogical, and I have kept, means I have double the risk by these two positions. Otherwise I was managing the risk very well. This quantity was also okay if I have placed the SL over here. That is why managing the risk is more important. Like 80 plus 160 plus, let's take that one 300. So it was around 1%. So that was good. But instead of that, what I did, 200 plus 2, okay, 300 plus 100, no, 80 plus another 160. So 740 was the total risk. So it was above my capacity, and you have to do some risk managed. So cannot just push the SL up. This was a very logical area. Market didn't follow, so that's a different story. And another thing now I am not doing is cutting the loss. See, this line I am placing here is the cut position line. So let's go to 1 hour time frame because this was based on 1 hour time frame chart. So this is cut position line. So most of the position should be cut here, right? And then as it was hovering, see, there is no close below this area, so market is not interested to go down. So when the close is not below this area, so you could have cut the sell over here. When there is a bullish, you could have cut that last quantity that you have added, you could have cut at this area, but you didn't. That is the most important foolish thing. And in Blueberry, I have placed an premium at this area and a cheap SL. A logical SL would have been this area. For flag pattern, it is better to put a white SL because if it didn't break, it will go up, then it will fall. So that was what I did yesterday. Today, what I did, so it went up. I could have added more quantity, but it would be a revenge trading. That's why I didn't add more quantity. That is totally fine. But see, at this area where I added more quantity, so I wanted to grab this much. So here was the main problem. It directly fell, crashed. So here it formed a fair value gap. I exited the trade over here. Okay, then it fell more. So I exited more quantity at this area. Instead of booking at $300 in my favorite account, so instead of booking at a good area, I just exited randomly over this area. So in that trade, that is totally wrong. Wrong, right? Actually, it is very tough to decide because this fair value gap is in 15 minutes. Then you can think in 1 hour. So it is huge fair value gap. So market, there is a high tendency market will come up and eat away all the profits. That is the reason why I booked. And in other account, like similar thing what happened here, just entry and it started to directly go and hit my SL. So trailing SL is also very dangerous. That is why premium SL and premium everything. So see here, similarly this thing happened in Bitcoin. I think here this was the trade, one touch, two touch, three touch. So here it formed a smaller lower high. So I shorted over here, kept a SL that was cheap SL, and market just went up, ate my SL, then it fell. Cheap SL. This cheap SL thing is very costly because it is very tough to place the SL at a logical area. So similarly, this trend you can't just keep a SL over here, this much big SL, and also a fair value gap. See, there no respect of fair value gap. This imbalance fair value gap, there is no respect. Similarly, I took a trade over here. Thankfully, I exited. Otherwise, I would have gone. And then this is a big trend. See, this is the main reason why you should go with the trend. This is a big trend. 50% retracement area. It went up from the lower high, then what is the trade? It's one touch, two touch, three touch. High tendency to go up, but it went up, grab the SLs, and it pushed down. This is the trades where you could have make that trap trading. Now again market has started to do trap trading. Otherwise this was a very nice setup. It's all part of game. Did I follow my discipline? Yes. See, here is another thing. I held till my stop loss, but did I held till my target? No. That is the main problem. Not holding till the target. So this should be the SL, and I should hold till the target. So let's do another video. Okay, thank you. So from my part, only mistake is over here. I thought if you are thinking, that is the main problem. Here you should have cut the position, and another mistake is you entered here. That is okay, but what you thought market will fall and then it will go back for retracement, and then it will fall, but it didn't happen. Market is unpredictable, so stop trying to predict each and every move. You have to live through the move. Half of the SL is cheap SL and half is premium SL, so that position bring me money. So that's all for this video.